Hi everyone, this is Beth McCullough. Thanks for waiting. Took a couple minutes. What actually happened, Steve?
The computer glitches demons that...
Gremlins in the computer.
Yeah.
Well, welcome. I blog at stampingmom.com. My name is Beth McCullough, and I'm here every Tuesday night with my sweet husband, Steve.
Hi, everybody.
Bev is here, Kathy, Chris, Angie, Maria. We are so glad to see all of you. So I'm excited about the card tonight. Tomorrow on the Pals Blog Hop, it's masculine cards. So I'm going to make it again in black tonight because I kind of want to give one of these to my granddaughter. Kathy Walton's granddaughter is graduating from the University of Iowa in May, and my daughter is getting her PhD in May. So I feel like this one might have to go to my daughter. But anyway, Steve and I graduated from Iowa, and now our daughter's going to. Hello, Gian. We're so glad you guys are here. Thank you for liking and sharing and commenting. Every little bit helps, and we so appreciate you. So Kathy said it's warm in the mountains. That's exciting. I think you were telling us it was snowing last week.
You never know what you're going to get.
And Bev said, we're using All Zipped Up tonight. When I saw All Zipped Up, my first thought also was, I don't need that. And then I thought of all the sports fans in my life, and I could make every sport for every team. And I've got to tell you, after you figure out how to do this card, it's super fun. So I am excited about it. Hello, Jean. Thank you for sharing. Also, I would get the stamp set too. It is just cute, zipping by to say hello. And I will make a sweatshirt in bright, happy colors with flowers and hearts. I mean, that's kind of my jam. So I wanted to tell you before we get started tonight that this is the last week to sign up for my free stamp camp. It's free with a purchase. If you purchase the Lovely as a Garden suite, it's $95, and you'll get the stamp set, the dies, the masks, which are awesome, the DSP, the embellishments, and the ribbon. Super, super cute. So I'm going to show you a few cards. This you've seen. Look how pretty that paper is. That is from this suite. Also, here is one of the cards I made for the stamp camp. You can see it folds up and fits into a normal envelope. This is black paper, but white colored pencil and blends. I don't know if you can tell on here, but it's got a fresh freesia outline, white in the center. Like, is this cool in real life, Steve?
It is very
I don't know if
pretty.
it shows well. But you open it up, it becomes a rather large card, and it flips up here. So it's super fun. This stamp camp is fun folds and techniques, every single card. So
something for everybody.
Here's another one. This card is in the card kits, and look at this. If you want to hand somebody a tip or just drop off a sweet little gift, I just love this. It uses up your DSP. The thanks and the embellishments are from the set. You open it up, and then there's a cute card inside.
And then
there's room to write on the back. And this is, where is the one I did? Oh, this one. You won't be able to see it in the camera, but I did embossing paste over the top. It's just so fun to do all these techniques. This masking was fun. It has a little Wink of Stella. But anyway, I think you'll really, really learn a lot. I know I learn a lot with each stamp camp. And this is only a couple of the cards. There's like 12 more. So, several of you are signed up already. Patty Breeze is already signed up for this stamp camp. Linda is, lots of people. So if you want the stamp camp, you need to order with my host code by Friday. And that's the end. This is my last ever host code too. Those are going away. Everything will be different. starting soon. But let me know if you have any questions with that. I'm about to cut the card kits, and I only want to do it once, so let me know if you're interested. Hello, Kay and Patty. And Bridget, so glad you guys are here. Yeah. Okay. So another thing about this card, I wish I would have had time to get this made. See this? It's on a big yellow circle, like a smiley face guy with the zipper on it, and it says zip it. Could I give that to you?
No. No.
Okay. It's a funny card we can't actually give to anyone.
I get paid to comment and do my color
I
commentary.
didn't mean zip it right now.
Well, actually, I don't get paid. So maybe I should just let you give me the card. So.
Okay. So I told you Steve and I and our daughter are Iowa Hawkeyes. I got these sports stamps, and I looked it up before we got on. I think they had these for every college, but I can't find them online anymore. So here's what I've done in the past, and here's what I do. Now, to be clear, I don't want to break any licensing laws, but as long as you're not selling a card, I believe you could take whatever college or pro sports team and print their emblem or whatever you want on the sweatshirt off on cardstock and cut it out, and just don't sell it to anyone. But if you give it to your son or father or brother or sister, no one's going to come do anything to you. They won't know, right, Steve?
No comment.
Steve is like, no moral turpitude on my part. I'm just saying, do you guys agree? I mean, yes, we can't make money off of it, but your sports fan would love to see it. And this sweatshirt is not just for sports fans. It's for any sweatshirt. And I do think sometimes with Stampin' Up, we're like, oh, they're doing the same old thing. You guys, this is not the same old thing. It is so much fun. Okay. Thank you for doing Prize Patrol. Can you tell people how we can see their comments so they can participate in Prize Patrol, Steve?
Yes, I can. You need to grant StreamYard permission. And this is how you do it. You type this in to your browser, and it will take you to StreamYard, and they don't use this information for anything else. They just use this information so that they can project your comments
so we can
into the
see
group,
them.
so we can see them in StreamYard while we're doing this video.
And then Prize Patrol, someone gets the card, put in hashtag Prize Patrol. I think, except for Kathy Walton, I don't know that any of the rest of you are Hawkeye fans. Maybe Bev is. There's a couple of you from Iowa. But if you don't want an Iowa Hawkeye one, I bet I could make you a cute sweatshirt and send it to you if you win. So stick around till the end, please. Okay, and I didn't give Steve measurements because it's so easy, okay? We're just going to take a card base really either way, but I did this one 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. And I'm going to put the card base away for now. The first thing I want to do is the t-shirt. And it's different. If it's a gal's t-shirt, you can have the lines and the embellishments. A guy's t-shirt, I mean, look at Steve's t-shirt. It's pretty high up. So you don't want to go too far down. So here's what I did. I took a piece of basic black cardstock, and it's 2 inches by 3 inches. And then I took, I'm old school, sorry on the punches, my 1 3/4 punch. And I'm going to go down just a little bit and try to center it, but you know, it doesn't have to be perfect, right? Okay, and then I'm going to cut it one more time. So this time it's going to be a ribbed t-shirt. So I'm just going, can you see that? Just going a little further. Do you have a rib on? He has a rib on the t-shirt that he has on. And I'm going to go like this because I lost the last rib from the t-shirt that I tried. It flew in the air and I couldn't find it. Hello, Linda. Linda's doing Stamp Camp. Hello, Orly, Sandra, Elaine. Welcome, welcome. Okay. So then what I did is I just took the edge and I glued it on. Again, see it there?
It's subtle.
Yeah, this one has one too. It doesn't have to have it, but it's just that extra added touch. Okay, so now for the hoodie part, I'm going to make this hoodie black. This one is Crush Curry silver foil in basic black, and I put it on a thick basic white card stock. Okay, so this is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and I put the zipper die on here. This is all one piece, and I tried to center it from the top. And then I want to show you what I did with the silver. Here's the silver foil. I put the V-neck for the zipper, and then this is a separate piece. And the zipper just keeps going. Think how big of a person. We could make something huge, couldn't we, Steve?
Sure.
So when you take this off, this is what you get. And the thing is, none of the pieces cut out all the way, and it's like that for all the dies on this set. So you take your paper snips, and it gives you a score line, and we're just going to cut across the score line and cut it out of its, can I call it bondage? Cut it out of its, cut it out of its
Be
home.
free. Be
Yes,
free.
be free. That's what I was looking for. So I'm cutting these two pieces off the top, and then this whole thing comes in. Now I would use this to cut out my zipper, my little zipper pulls. There's 2 different zipper pulls in the die set, so don't throw this away. Okay, and then down here, I'm also going to cut this away.
It's a Christmas tree.
It is a Christmas tree. Good job, honey. You know, or I don't know if you had 2 of them. This one has zipper pulls. Crocodile. Maybe a fan hat that, you know, like the says Iowa on it. What do you call that? You know, the.
I also thought it kind of looked like a banner. Or
That's what I meant, like a banner,
pennant.
like
A
an
pennant.
Iowa pennant, and then you put Iowa on there, or whatever.
A pennant with fringe.
Whatever you would put on there. Okay, so then I'm cutting this part of the zipper. Okay, so I'm making this harder than it looks. Okay, it's just not hard. I promise you. Okay. So we're going to glue the t-shirt on the back, but first I'm going to put the zipper on the front. And you just line it up. I would use liquid glue so you can move it around. And when they're lined up, you know what some people do is they go in and cut in here so that you don't have to line it up. But I like having it there. I tried it different ways. I like having it there so I know where to go. And I also like that the zipper keeps going, which is super cool. Yeah, this is another one of those that just is going to stay around because who knows when I need to make a hoodie
So
for
if you
something.
double up the tines on the zipper, they'll be stronger. Otherwise, they can get bent really easy.
What does that mean?
Well, because you left this part here, when you match it up, double on these little pieces, and those little pieces otherwise could get bent.
So you're a fan is what you're saying.
I am. I'm saying I agree with you. Double up.
So when Kathy comes to Iowa for her granddaughter's graduation, she's going to come here. And the gals from Joy Club and my team are going to be here, and we're going to have a stamping party with Kathy.
Party.
Yeah, are you coming to the party, Steve?
I don't know. Am I invited?
Of course you're
Will
invited.
there be treats with cream cheese frosting?
We could arrange that. Okay, so our 4 by 5 1/4, like normal layer, has the zipper added to it. Now I should have asked this sooner. There's 2 of these dies, that give the outline. Since this is for a dude, should I do this whole sweatshirt in black?
Those should be gold.
And then I did a gold oval. Do you guys remember this? Very old oval. It is 3/4 by 15/16. I stamped the little tiger hawk on that, and I was going to put it on the sweatshirt. But you want the outline to be gold?
Yes.
Okay, so just so you're not surprised when you get it, same thing with this. You're just going to take your paper snips and cut it across, and there's a score line showing you where that is. And it's so you can make these shorter or longer. I'm just going to leave them long. One end of this is 3 inches and the other is 3 1/4. So it's almost the same. But I want to leave the whole thing on there. So I have possibilities, right? So what are you guys up to today? A duck for us Oregon fans. You're an Oregon fan, Gian. So is Oregon different than Oregon State?
Yes. Definitely.
So the Beavers,
like arch rivals.
The Beavers
Don't
are different.
mistake the two things.
Okay, Gian, I'm sorry, but Jade Carey goes to Oregon State, and she's an amazing gymnast.
Yeah, she is awesome.
And we are cheering for her. Okay, so Steve wants the crushed curry to go on either side.
Well, but maybe even on top of it a little bit so it's not so thick. If you look at your other card, it's...
Okay. How about if I put it just like that?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to run the glue on the zipper itself. Thank you for saying something, Steve. Sometimes I get on camera and I'm like, wait, what's my name? What are we doing here?
I'm glad I can be helpful. I don't have any measurements to display, so I just earned my keep.
Yeah. Do you want to tell them what we did this afternoon?
Well, we went and drove a truck. Rumor has it that we might be in the market for an Airstream travel trailer.
A vintage one.
But the problem with that is I don't have anything to tow it. So at my wife's urging, I've been looking for trucks that can tow a trailer. And
you've never owned a truck, have you?
I've always wanted to.
He wanted a cute little
Toyota Tacoma,
yeah.
Right? Because, I thought that would be more practical. And but she wants me to tow something, so I got to get a real truck. And so we went and drove one today, and I have to tell you how proud I was of my wife, because she looked really good behind the wheel of that big truck when she was driving.
I have never driven a truck before, but I drove the camper van all the way to Canada, so
right.
It's almost the same thing, right?
I'm sure you drove your dad's truck on the hobby farm.
Yeah. We grew up with a truck and a trailer. Okay, so we just need to let that, it kind of looks like the graduation gown, almost. If I didn't put the zipper on it, you could leave the zipper off and make it like a sweater, or make it something more formal without a zipper. Okay, now I'm going to turn it over and just trim the edges off so that everything is lined up. And I don't want to forget the zipper pull. So here is the zipper pull that I cut out, and I'm just going to put a mini glue dot on that. And look, you guys, you can't even tell. You know how I used 2 different dies? You can't even tell where this zipper stopped and the next one started. Yay! I just love that. Okay, so are there any campers out there? I know Kathy has a camper. Does anyone want to discourage us before we buy this? Before it's too late.
Does anyone want to warn us not to do it?
Yeah, don't tell us after the fact. We want to know right now before we are a little cautious and we don't like to make mistakes. We are buying a used truck and a used trailer. So again, this is just a retired oval. You print out your team on paper, cut it out with a circle or an oval. I'm going to put it right here. And then we have pockets. And in the dies, there's 2 pockets, and every hoodie needs pockets, don't you think? And you can, on this one, I put it up high. You can put them down low. Where would you put your pockets, Steve? Would you put it down at the bottom?
Yes.
Like that?
Yes, I would.
Okay.
And the problem with those are they match the black, and so they're very hard to see if you're not in person. So I'm not seeing them pockets when I'm on.
So do you want gold pockets?
I think the gold pockets might look a little weird, but
Yeah, it's not, well, for a gal it wouldn't. But again, it's mail card day over at the Pals Blog Hop tomorrow. So, and this is my masculine card that I'm showing. So I want it to look masculine.
so here's what you need to do. You need to layer.
Oh no, you're making me nervous.
You need to layer behind this with gold. See, so there's like a gold outline all the way around.
Okay. Envision with me, if you could, a gold outline underneath this. I'm not going to show you that. He didn't say anything about that till now.
Or you could just put the gold right here, like it's the inside of the pocket.
So Angie says our friends have a Dodge Ram truck that they love, and she gardens and could not live without a truck. See, right now Steve's truck is a Ford Explorer. And he was going to get so much money out of it, he thought. And we went, and what did they say? The tailgate is broken. And we had no idea.
Well, no, they said there's a dent in the tailgate. I said, no, there's not. What are you talking about? They said, yeah, there's a dent, and we have to replace the tailgate. I'm like, you're just trying to give me less for the trade-in. So I went and looked, and there's a dent in the tailgate. I have no idea how it got there. I didn't put the dent there. So somebody must have backed into my car. That's all I can think of.
Are you saying I put the dent?
No, I'm not saying that at all. I'm,
Okay.
it's probably a parking lot bandit.
Okay, so because this is for a dude again, I'm going to lift this neckline up even higher and then trim off that top again. And I'm gluing this to the back of the sweatshirt. And this piece that I started out with is 2.5 by 3.5 inches. I put the glue on the sweatshirt, and now I'm just gonna eyeball it. And then we're gonna take our snips. Lots of snipping tonight.
You're getting snippy.
I am. So is Pam on tonight?
I have not seen Pam.
I found a place we could go camping in Nova Scotia.
Really?
Yeah.
You know, that is one of my destinations that I want to go to.
Well, that's where she lives.
I'm
We
looking-
could take it and go visit all the Joy Club
I'm
people.
looking for your pocket die.
My pocket die, it's inside the stamp set. What are we doing here, Steve?
Just a little,
You guys, he makes me so nervous.
a little improvisation.
Gold trim like you did at the top of the t-shirt. It's a good idea. Okay, while he's doing that, I'm going to go ahead. I've seen some people do skin color for the neck, but I don't care. I'm more into the colors of the team. So I'm just going to glue this whole thing on here. You guys, if you have questions, reach out to me, Beth@stampingmom.com. If you are not a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator already, we would love to have you on our team. We have lots of fun. We actually, my team and Joy Club Zooms every single week. You hear people having team meetings maybe once a month. We meet once a week. And the loveliest women you could ever hope to meet. There are no dudes except for Steve. So, okay, honey, you're running out of time.
I know. I'm working on it.
We have Joy Club in 3 minutes. Okay, what do you think? This is actually card number 1, the crushed curry. Card number 2. And you can say card number 3, which would be the cute feminine sweatshirt that I could make for you. So, but let me know what you think. Are you sold on the zipper? Oh, Suzanne is on. It says Corda on there, but she's like me. My first name's Mary. I go by Beth. Corda S means Suzanne. She is also coming to Stamp Camp. I'm so glad to see you tonight. So Maria would like the team colors idea, Michigan. So that would be navy, blue, and gold. That would be easy. I could come up with Michigan for you, Maria. Maybe you will win. So, Chris, is your truck a Dodge Ram also? Or is it a Ford? I don't know what it is. I've ridden in it, but I don't know what it is. What's happening here? Okay. Here is Steve's version of pockets. Pocket outlines. Yeah, that's cute. Good job, honey.
Do you know what I just did? I had to run it through twice and do it on top of each other.
Do you want to explain how you did it,
Well,
Steve? Now that you're, should we trade
I
places?
just ran it through and made them, and then I had to put it on again, and I had to kind of go like this. And I didn't have your tape to tape it down, so I had to really be really careful.
Yeah, good job.
Thank you.
You're awesome. Okay, you guys, let's do the drawing. Yes, Chris would like a Nebraska, a red and black. I always thought they were red and white, but I bet you know better than I do what
Okay.
they are, so
We
we'll go
wanna
with
draw.
red and black.
We need to draw.
Yes, we need to draw. Thanks for coming every Tuesday night. We try to come up with something fun. We love chatting with you, and we hope you have a blessed week. Hang on here and see who wins tonight.
What happened there? That's not, well, it's like a tunnel. Look at that. That is so cool. But that's not what we were supposed to do.
Can you get the
I
voice
can,
control
don't
to do
worry.
its thing?
I'll take another shot at it. It should have been the right window.
You haven't had technical difficulties for a long time.
Yeah,
What's
well,
going on?
It's been a long day, honey. All right, so are we ready to go?
Yeah, let's press draw.
We're press and draw.
Thanks, friends, for hanging around.
Good luck, everybody.
Yes. And please, if you want to do the host code, Kay, yay, you'll have to tell me what kind of sweatshirt you want, Kay. And remember, if you want to get in on the Lovely as a Garden free stamp camp, you have till Friday. If for some reason you want to do it but can't do it by Friday, just reach out to me and let me know. I just want to cut the right number of card kits. You guys have a blessed week. Please come back next Tuesday at 7. Thanks so much, everybody.
Bye.
Bye-bye.